there! I'm Sprinkles, Santa Claus's special elf, because everything is special with sprinkles. Santa Claus knows you're special too, and he has something to say to you. So listen close as Santa Claus shares holiday cheer with you. You can leave a special message for Santa Claus and get on the nice list at www.santaclaussays.net. Now here is Big Man himself, Santa Claus!
Ho, 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 ho! Merry Christmas and happy holidays to you and to yours. Santa Claus here, and Santa Claus says, be good for goodness sakes. Ho, 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 ho! Glad to have you with me as we get ready for Christmas. Christmas is just a month away. Are you ready? Are you getting ready? Are you getting excited about Christmas? It'll be here before you know it. Here on Santa Claus Says, Santa Claus Live, we are all about having some fun together, telling Christmas stories, telling a Christmas joke or two, hearing a story from a letter to Santa, and to be together, to have a good word. Our good word for today is to get ready. We want you to know that you can always go to santaclaussays.net, where you can leave me a voicemail or a text, a chat, or get on Santa Claus's nice list and I'll be in contact with you. But that's what we do here. We have some fun together. Now, at this time, I think it's time for a story time. The story we're telling today is about a little boy, is about a little one whose name is Piccolo. And here's how the story goes. It was Christmas Eve, and Piccolo's mother hurried home from work. They had had their little supper of soup and bread, and it was bedtime, time to get ready for Santa Claus. But Piccolo remembered then for the first time that the children had told her she must hang up her stockings. And she hadn't any, and neither had her mother. How sad it was. Now Santa Claus would come, but there would be no place to put the presents. The poor little girl stood by the fireplace, and the big tears began to run down her cheeks. What should she do? But she stopped crying, and she tried to think, and in a moment she remembered her wooden shoes and ran off to get one of them. And she put it close to the chimney, and she said to herself, surely Santa Claus will know what it's there for. He will know that I haven't any stockings, so I give him a shoe instead. Then she went off happily to her bed. The sun had only just begun to shine the next morning when Piccolo awoke. With one jump, she was out on the floor and running towards the chimney. The wooden shoe was lying where she had left it, but you could never guess what was in it. Piccolo had not meant to wake her mother, but this surprise was more than any little girl could bear, and to be quiet. So she danced to the bed, and with the shoe in her hand, calling, "Mother, mother, mother, look! See the present Santa Claus brought me." Her mother raised her head and looked into the shoe. "Why, Piccolo," she said, "a little chimney swallow nesting in your shoe. What a good Santa Claus to bring you a bird." "Good Santa Claus, dear Santa Claus," cried Piccolo. And she kissed her mother, and kissed the bird, and kissed the shoe, and even threw kisses up the chimney. She was so happy. When the bird was taken out of the shoe, they found that he could not fly, only to hop around the room. When they looked closer, they could see that one of his wings was hurt a little, but their mother bound it up carefully so that it did not seem to bother him, and he was so gentle that he took a drink of water from a cup and even ate crumbs and seeds out of Piccolo's hands. She was a proud little girl when she took her Christmas present to show the children in the garden. They had a great many gifts, dolls that could say mama, bright picture books and trains and cars, toy pianos, but not one of those playthings was alive like Piccolo's bird. They were as pleased as she, and Rose hunted about the house until she found a large wicker cage that belonged to a blackbird she once had. She gave the cage to Piccolo, and the swallow seemed to make himself quite at home in it at once, and sat on the perch, winking his bright eyes at the children. Rose had saved a bag of candies for Piccolo, and when she went home at last, with the cage and her dear swallow safely inside, I'm sure that there was not a happier little girl in the whole country of Italy. What a wonderful, wonderful story about Christmas, about how having something that is alive is what's so important. So important. I want you to know what's so really important about Christmas this year is getting ready for something that's real. And that's the love of people in your life, your parents and your grandparents and other people in your life who love you because you're real. Well, we like to have fun here, as Santa Claus says. So that means it's time for, it's joke time. It's joke time. Let's have a joke to celebrate our time together. Here's his, which of Santa's friends is the most chill? Jack Frost. Oh my goodness. A story and a joke, and then we also like to have a time to share a letter to Santa. And this is a good time for me to remind you that you can always send me a letter, an email or a letter, and you can also send me a voicemail or a chat, all at santaclaussays.net. Just go there and you can communicate there with me in that way. Also, when we have Santa Claus Live on each night at 8:30 Eastern Time on YouTube, when you can go to YouTube, Santa Claus Says, you can go there each night between Thanksgiving and Christmas. We have our live show, which we're recording right now to be on our podcast and on our YouTube show. But you can go there and we can interact there too. The idea here is I want you to know that Santa listens. So listen now to this letter to Santa. This is one that kind of breaks your heart a little bit. Dear Santa, my name is Angela and I'm a single parent to 5 children. AJ 16, Naomi 12, Angel 8, Savon 6, and Charlie 4. I struggle every month to have enough food in the house. I want my children to have a nice Christmas, and I would really appreciate your help for food and footwear. It will be a true blessing that they'll be able to have another clean pair of shoes for the new year and enough to eat. Sincerely, Angela. I want you to know that's important. Toys and all the fun stuff is so important, but Angela was asking Santa for what is really important, to take care of people who are alive, her children. Her children. That's a wonderful thing. So that's our theme for today. Get ready for Christmas by thinking about something or someone that's alive and show your appreciation. Give them a hug. Say something nice to someone who is alive. This is Santa Claus, and I love being with you. I love you, and we're going to have a great Christmas time together. Be with me every night at 8:30 Eastern Time for Santa Claus Live, and check me out at santaclaussays.net for email and chat and voicemail, and I will respond to you. Take care. God bless. We'll see you next time here on Santa Claus Live. And until next time, boys and girls, Santa Claus says, be good.
You're special to Santa Claus, just like sprinkles. Get on Santa's nice list at santaclaussays.net and watch Santa Claus Says live on YouTube. Tell him Sprinkles sent you.